Hello and welcome to another Emerald Imperium challenge run. This is a mono run, and today I'm using the fighting type. I'm doing a Hold of Fame clause, so once I've used any mons, I'm not going to be using them in any other runs. I'm also only using one legendary / mythical / paradox mon in each team, just to make the teams a bit more interesting. But up first on this team, we have Mega Infernape. It has Iron Fist, and when it Mega evolves, it keeps Iron Fist. I got a little bit nerfed in the 1.3 update, still super strong though. I could have gone for stronger moves here, instead of Mach Punch, Fire Punch and Thunder Punch. But Infernape does work. I then have Lucario. I'm running it specially, with Aura Sphere, Dragon Pulse, Flash Cannon, Bullet Punch for a bit of priority, mainly because I needed a special attacker on my team. I then have Marshadow with the Focus Sash, Technician to buff up Shadow Sneak. I also have Sucker Punch, Drain Punch and Spectral Thief for a bit of coverage, and for Marshadow to do some work and steal some buffs. I have Hawlucha with Unburden and Acrobatics, a great combo. If I can either use my item or get it knocked off, I Jump Kick, Poison Jab and Swords Dance, round out its moveset. Hopefully I can set up some sweeps with Hawlucha, because I do really like using Unburden. I have Expert Belt Pangoro, Adamant Nature, the Drain Punch, Bullet Punch and Wicked Blow all get buffed by Iron Fist. Parting shots there just in case I need to switch out and lower some stats. I then have Beware, Adamant Nature once again. Fluffy is the ability to hopefully take a bit less damage. Drain Punch, Earthquake, Baby Doll Eyes and Ice Punch. Good coverage. Hopefully tank some hits with Beware, and maybe get a few KOs. But at first we're dealing with Sidney and his Moltres. I fake out with Infernape, and then go for the Iron Fist boosted Thunder Punch. It doesn't quite take out Moltres, and it's able to set up the Trick Room, but we take it out with a Mach Punch. I then have a free switch into Pangoro on the Psychic move, go for a Wicked Blow, take out Monkey Dory, no problem, no damage. Grimmsnarl then comes in. I do just go straight for a Bullet Punch here, because I know I'm not living a Moonblast, because it's quite effective. I do get a bit of chip off with the Bullet Punch, as Moonblast does take me out. I then send in my Lucario, who I hoped Flash Cannon would be enough to take it out. It's not quite, and a Moonblast takes me out as well. But Infernape is able to come in, get the fake out KO, and in comes Guzzlord. I probably do regret not having close combat for this Guzzlord, based on how much Mach Punch did. Close combat would have definitely taken it out, but it's no big deal. I'm able to get some chip on Guzzlord with Hawlucha, even though it missed its high jump kick, and basically took out itself. The main thing was getting a buff on Guzzlord, because then I can steal it with my Marshadow. With Spectral Thief, go for the Drain Punch, get a bit of HP back, and in comes Absol. Sucker Punch does unfortunately take me out, but I have Infernape, who can click Fake Out, go for the Mach Punch as Victini switches in. I go for the Thunder Punch, and I get the Paralysis, which is a little bit lucky. I go for another Thunder Punch, as Victini does go for the Trick Room, and now I have to hope that it gets paralysed again. It does. I take it out, leaving just the Absol left. A Mach Punch finishes it off, and down goes Sidney. Against Phoebe is the next opponent. She leads with her Dragapult. I get a big Ice Punch off with Beware, as I tank a Dragon Darts. U-turns out, and now this looks like a misplay, because I go for the Baby Doll Eyes and trigger the Defiant, but it's not. I wanted the Defiant to proc, because I have Spectral Thief with Marshadow, ready to steal those boosts. I'm able to go for the Spectral Thief, get to +2, pretty much for free. Calyrex then comes in. I do just go for 2 Shadow Sneaks here to deal with Calyrex, as Astral Barrage brings me down to my Sash. Another Shadow Sneak takes it out, and there's a big threat down. Petulant then comes in. At +2, Spectral Thief almost takes it out, but unfortunately Marshadow does end up going down. It did a lot of work though. Basically took out 3 Mons. Pangoro's able to finish off the Petulant, and in comes Drapion. Cross Poison doesn't do too much. I go for the Parting Shot. Switch into my Hawlucha, who goes for the Swords Dance. Cross Poison doesn't do too much, but it does poison me. I go for the High Jump Kick, and I do end up crashing, but this isn't a problem, because I did trigger my Citrus Berry, meaning I get the Unburden boost, I'm able to get the Acrobatics off, get another Acrobatics off on Drapion, do massive damage to it after taking out the Gengar. Infernape's then able to come in, finish off the Drapion, leaving just the Dragapult left. Don't have the best moveset to deal with Dragapult, but I tank the Dragon Darts, as another one does end up taking me out. I have Lucario in the back though. He has Bullet Punch, he can finish off the Dragapult no problem. Up next is Glacia, and I'm facing her Fire Team. I do lead with my Hawlucha. Flamethrower brings me into Citrus range, I get the Swords Dance off, and now I can start doing some damage. I get the Acrobatics off on Ninetales, take it out, Reshiram comes in. I land the High Jump Kick this time, do massive damage to Reshiram, and bring it down to red, meaning I'm able to send in my Lucario, go for the Dragon Pulse, finish it off, and force in the Charizard. I do stay in with Lucario. I didn't have a great switch, and I want Infernape as healthy as possible to deal with the Charizard. Go for the Fake Out turn 1, then Iron Fist boosted Thunder Punch is enough to take out Charizard. Galarian Darmanitan comes in. Once again, I don't have a great switch, so this is a Biwa sack basically. Ice Skull Crash is going to take me out, but I do get some Life Orb recoil on the Darmanitan. I'm able to fake it out again, and thanks to that chip, Mach Punch is able to finish it off. I'm able to go for Thunder Punch on Volcanion, do massive damage. Hydro Steam does take out Infernape, but I have Pangoro in the back. Tank a Flamethrower, go for Wicked Blow, bye bye Volcanion. Decidueye comes in. I'm going to go down to a close combat, even through the Chople Berry, and I send my Marshadow back in. Spectral Thief is going to be able to take out Decidueye, finish off Glacia, and I can make my way through to Cynthia. I do lead with my Hawlucha. Turn 1 against the Spiritomb. Go for 2 Swords Dances, as I avoid the sleep with Dark Hole. Then able to go for an Acrobatics, as Xerneas comes in. I do have Poison Jab, which does massive damage to Xerneas. Unfortunately, it doesn't take it out, but Hawlucha did what it needed to do. It brought the Xerneas low, meaning Bullet Punch from Pangoro is able to take it out. Zamazenta then comes in. pretty sure it's going for a body press. It ends up going for play rough instead. And Pangoro ends up going down. And here I switch into Marshadow. I go for the Spectral Thief, steal the defense buff that Zamazenta has. And now I'm able to tank a play rough. Go for the Drain Punch, do a lot of damage, and then take out the Zamazenta. Cramorant then comes in. I do just go for the Shadow Sneak to get to break its sash. Go into my Infernape, who I'm pretty sure outspeeds the Cramorant. Fake out always, and then Thunder Punch. Garchomp then comes in. I don't have the best moveset for dealing with Garchomp, but I do have Beware, who's able to take an Earthquake. Not great, but okay. And then able to get Baby Doll Eyes off, live another one, and go for another Baby Doll Eyes to lower that Garchomp's attack. With its attack lowered, I can then go into Lucario, force the Garchomp into a Swords Dance, get a Dragon Pulse off, get a Bullet Punch off to get the Garchomp into the red, and now I've brought it low enough to where Infernape is able to actually finish it off with a Fake Out and a Mach Punch. Leaving just the Heatran left. Fortunately, a couple of Mach Punches are enough to finish off the Heatran, and I can make my way through to the champions. They of course lead with the two Empoleons. It doesn't matter what I lead with though, because I'm super effective on them, no matter what. I decide to go with Infernape and Lucario. Go for the Mach Punch and the Aura Sphere to take out the Empoleon on the left and get rid of the Emperor's Presence. Scald still does massive damage. Fortunately, it doesn't quite take out Infernape, meaning I'm able to get some extra damage off on the Palkia. I then do go down with my Infernape and Lucario as the Empoleon flip turns out and Metagross comes in. I send in my Pangoro and my Beware. Once again, I am just gonna focus down the left hand side. The Troupple Berry finally comes into play, and I'm actually able to lift the Hammer Arm from the Metagross, finish off the Palkia with a Wicked Blow, and now I'm in a pretty good position. I'm going to focus down the Suicune first. I'll deal with the right hand side later once it's a 2v1. Wicked Blow does massive damage, as does Drain Punch, and I'm able to bring the Suicune down to red. I send in my Marshadow. I'm going to finish it off. And then, with a Spectral Thief, leaving just the Metagross on the field for the champion's side. Marshadow's able to tank a hit from Metagross. I go for Spectral Thief on Metagross. Drain Punch with Beware. And hopefully I take it out this turn. I don't quite, and the Ice Punch is able to finish off Marshadow, leaving me in a 2v1. I know that I outspeed with Beware, so I'm able to take out the Metagross and Swords Dance with my Hawlucha. And now I really do need to land this high jump kick with Hawlucha. I do! Almost one-shot the Dialga, but Fire Blast does end up taking out Beware. I don't risk the second high jump kick, I just go for the Acrobatics. Go for another high jump kick on Empoleon, take it out, and there's the champions done. With the fighting team. A fun team to use. Infernape used to be a lot more powerful. I think it had better speed and it had adaptability in 1.2. But obviously it had to be nerfed because it's still super strong, even with Iron Fist. But that's the Emerald Imperium done with the fighting type. All done.